We're here with another video. I told you every single day you are going to see this face. We have hoop reference. I was about to say somebody else. What the fuck? We have hoop reference. Bronny James has officially been exposed. A lot of y'all not gonna like this video. I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of y'all are kind of like riding this nigga. I'm not gonna cap, but you know we're gonna get into the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We are at 381. Let's keep it going. Let's go.
New week has arrived in the basketball world, and here on this channel, that means one thing and one thing only. Every week, I post an episode of the series we do called Your Take Not Mine, where I turn to you, the viewers, to give me your hottest NBA takes of the week based on what's going on.
Alright, so I'll give my insight on the hot
favorite
takes.
Submissions and discuss them in a video. This week, a lot has been going down in the basketball world.
I ain't gonna lie. Hoop reference, bro. Your intros be like hella long. I'm not gonna cap.
Let's begin. The first take we'll be discussing today comes to us from Mark, and
What?
he says that Russell Westbrook is going to be one of the leaders in the Sixth Man of the Year race this season, thriving in his new role in Denver. Westbrook
Alright.
will always be a leading...
I'll give my thoughts on this first. Westbrook, more than likely, if he is on the sixth man and he's actually on his shit, he's going to win Sixth Man of the Year for sure. For sure. Who else could be in that conversation? Who won that shit last year? Nas Reed? I'm pretty sure Nas Reed's going to start. They don't got Cat no more, so I can see this. It's not bad. Not a bad take.
He has a huge fan base after years of electrifying the league at the highest level. Over the last few years, the conversation surrounding his name has been difficult to truly break down because on one side, there's his super fans insisting that he's still a top-level player, and on the other end, Westbrook has a lot of extreme haters that believe he's the worst player in the world at this point in his career, so finding the truth probably lies somewhere in the middle ground. I promise I'm not the latter of the two camps, but I still don't fully buy into the notion thrown out there by the original take because it implies that Russell Westbrook is just now shifting towards the role that he's going to be in on the Nuggets when that's just simply not the case.
Right.
Westbrook spent the latter half of his stint with the Lakers as their sixth man, where he struggled mightily due to an uncomfortable fit alongside LeBron James, and then last season on the Clippers, he was also their sixth man, where he did perform much better overall from an impact standpoint, but his averages of 11 points and 5 assists per game were definitely not turning any heads to draw Sixth Man of the Year level of hype. Russ can definitely still be an effective playmaker for a team's second unit, but what worries me is his fit on Denver, which reminds me of the awkward fit that he was with the Lakers, and it could spell some trouble. On the Lakers, a lot of the offense ran through LeBron James for good reason, and Anthony Davis was the number 2 option after him. Russ is not that effective of an off-ball player because he still can't knock down threes at even a league average clip. The Nuggets system primarily runs through Nikola Jokic, and it dominates because they surround him with shooters, cutters, and slashers.
Right.
Russ is neither of those things, and finds ways to get involved with him would either require Jokic to be on the bench, which would spell trouble for the Nuggets regardless, or it would require the ball in his hands more often, taking it out of Jokic and Jamal Murray's hands. So in general, I think he can be someone who powers a second unit in spurts, but too much of him will clash with what the Nuggets need to do best.
I'm not gonna lie. I completely and cold-heartedly agree with everything he fucking said. Now listen, if Westbrook is out... I said Westbrook. I did not mean to say that. If Westbrook is out there by himself with like the second unit, no Nikola Jokic, no Jamal Murray, this could work. This could fucking work. But Westbrook alone is not enough to fucking power. Because listen, we all see how the Nuggets operate without Jokic on the floor. Them niggas fall apart. Jokic can only be on the bench for like 5-6 minutes max. So I don't know. I'm not going to lie. I don't think... I mean, like I said, if Russell Westbrook is out there by himself, I think this could work. But the problem is, Jokic has to be on the floor like 90% of the fucking time, or else these niggas are going to go to shit. And Westbrook is not what he used to be. Not even close. Not even 50%. So, it's on the so-so, bro. It's
Yeah. Next take we'll be discussing today comes to us from quote-unquote you won't like this take, saying that Bronny James is the single worst case of nepotism in sports history.
Okay. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it ride. Hold on.
Okay, so the Bronny James conversation is a whole new level of contentious because his father happens to be the most heavily debated player in NBA history, and there's a lot pointing to the fact that he's probably not good enough to be an NBA player right now, but got drafted by the Lakers solely because of who his dad is, and the power and influence that he has garnered as arguably the greatest player ever to play the game. It's tough to find the true nuance on this because Bronny was a McDonald's All-American in high school and actually did flash a lot of potential as a shooter and lockdown defender back then, but he also suffered a serious heart issue that risked his playing career. He did recover sooner than expected and got cleared to play at USC for the season in college, but they were very cautious with him after that, and in his return, his minutes, they saw him be admittedly pretty underwhelming as a player.
Right.
Any objective basketball fan watching him play saw a player very far from being an NBA caliber prospect, scoring just 4.8 points per game off the bench, shooting the ball really poorly at 37% from the field and 27% from three. Anyone else in that position would be going back to school for another year to boost their draft stock. And I'm not here to say that Bronny never would have become a valuable draft prospect, but right now, he's clearly not ready. We also can't pretend that teams don't draft based on potential either because, for example, the Bucks just drafted AJ Johnson in the first round this year after averaging just 2.8 points per game in the NBL, shooting the ball 35% from the field and 28% from three, so it does go both ways. Ultimately, Bronny is a case of nepotism in sports, but the idea that he's the worst case ever to be seen is taking...
Oh, hold on. I just remembered something. Giannis is on a fucking... Giannis Antetokounmpo is on a fucking team right now because of Giannis, bro. Are we not going to act like Giannis is fucking good? That nigga is ass. I didn't see the nigga hit the side of the backboard trying to do a reverse layup. Oh, no. Bronny is not the fucking worst. Giannis is on a team because of who his brother is. And honestly, bro, I was kind of against the whole nepotism thing when it first came out, but why would you not do whatever you can to make your star player happy? LeBron already said he was gonna leave the Lakers. If they didn't take Bronny, he was leaving for sure. He was leaving for sure. So it's like, why wouldn't you keep your star players happy? It's like the Giannis and his brother thing. Giannis was planning on leaving, bro. Giannis was for sure gonna leave. But then he got his brother there. I'm pretty sure they're about to get his other brother. Like, you just do shit to make your star players happy, bro. That's really about it.
Way too far. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo has been the sole reason that his brother...
Oh, shit. I just said the shit and he just brought it. That's crazy. Great minds think alike. Crazy.
Has had a basketball career, and we even see examples of nepotism in coaching and running front offices as well, with one example being former Executive of the Year winner Jerry Colangelo handing off his presidential duties of the Suns to his son Brian Colangelo on two separate occasions, because after he gave Brian the job with Phoenix, he also then later did it with the 76ers. So even though LeBron and Bronny's situation gets far more buzz because of the attention that LeBron attracts, this is definitely not any worse than situations that have been happening throughout the history of professional sports. And finally, the last take we'll be discussing today comes to us from Mason, and he says that Rob Dillingham is going to be the best player from this year's draft class and is an all-star in the making. So as I said in the intro, the preseason is underway, where we've already seen
not a crazy take.
Some warm-up run under their belts to ease into the new season. Preseason play, for the most part, doesn't mean anything significant at all, but it is a time that we can at least see the rookies get their first glimpse of competition at the NBA level. Rob Dillingham's first preseason game was pretty electric, and every impressive...
I know it's the preseason, but look at this walk-back animation Rob just did, bro. Tell me this is not straight out of the 2K. Look at this walk-back animation this nigga just pulled.
Dillingham's first preseason game was pretty electric.
That shit was smooth as fuck. Like, I got goosebumps looking at that. That shit was smooth as fuck.
Every impressive aspect of his game
that shit was tough.
Was on full display. Throughout most of the pre-draft process, I did genuinely view Dillingham as the most talented offensive player in the class because his ability to keep a ball on the string, getting wherever he wants, his quick twitch movements and ability to stop and start on a dime, his incredible touch around the rim, and his smooth pull-up jumper make him an incredibly tough player to guard. And he just scored 21 points in his first preseason game where he did a
But you gotta remember, though, Rob ain't gonna have the ball in his hands all the time. He's playing with Ant. And Ant really isn't an off the ball player. Not that I've seen. So you gotta remember. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna have Rob come off the bench. But when Mike Conley retires, he's gonna step into that role. I don't know.
Everything that I just described. I'm not exaggerating when I say that when Kyrie Irving retires, Rob Dillingham has a chance to claim the title of the best handles in the NBA.
Oh, no. I'm not going to lie. Rob can be up there, but Darius Garland is taking that title away from Kyrie. Darius Garland will have the best handle once Kyrie retires. I mean, it's just simple. Rob could be number 2, but not over Darius Garland. I'm not going to lie. Darius Garland handle is fucking sick.
Because he's that crazy.
That shit is nasty.
His bag is ridiculously deep. The concern with Dillingham has always been on the defensive end,
defense for sure.
as he is currently the lightest player in the entire NBA weight-wise, and being that undersized is going to create matchup nightmares, unfortunately. This draft class genuinely doesn't have a clear-cut stud either, so Dillingham has as good of a chance as anyone to come out as the best of the bunch, but it will ultimately come down to whether he can be at least a league average defender or not, because if he's a Trae Young level liability on defense, it's going to limit his upside. And with that being said, that's all I have for you today. Make sure to like the videos.
That's in the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm here every fucking day. I agree with most of these takes. I'm not going to lie. All these takes were pretty fucking good. I'm not going to lie. One thing I will say is, listen, if Rob Dillingham's offense overpowers his defensive weakness, bro, he's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. But I don't see how it's going to work with him and Ant. I really don't. Unless Ant develops an off-ball play. I don't see how it's going to work. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll be back here again tomorrow. Every day. We're out.